Welcome to the Lee Etzler Show, a weekly wrap-up and analysis of Churubusco High School Football.
Eagles, what is your profession? Out, out, out.
And now your host, Big Daddy Don Hyatt.
Hi, welcome to Lee Etzler Show. I'm Don Hyatt, and this week we'll be talking to Coach about the Eagles' big win against Southern Wells. With the 12-6 victory, the Eagles will head to Bern to play in the sectional championship game against South Adams. Also, we'll be joined by seniors Kyle Monk and Kyle Mathewson. So stick around, we'll be right back after this.
I lost my job and I needed help with different things like prescriptions and energy assistance and stuff. So I contacted United Way. They was the first ones that I could think of. And I went to the agencies that they gave me a list of and got the assistance that I needed from them. Because I received the help from United Way, then I'm volunteering my help out to the community, giving the help that they need.
Hey football fans, do you want to keep track of Churubusco High School football games? Log on to busconews.com every game day and watch up-to-the-minute pregame, halftime, and postgame interviews with head coach Lee Etzler. Stay connected with your computer or on your cell phone. busconews.com. When you can't make it to the game, it's the next best thing to being there. The Lee Etzler Show is brought to you by the United Way of Whitley County, busconews.com, and the Churubusco News.
Welcome back. We're here talking to Coach about the Eagles' second-round sectional win over Southern Wells. Lee, great game, and now it's on to the championship.
Yeah, you win in the playoffs, you get to play another week. So second round is one we were concerned about because it's kind of the middle of the sectional season. You know, everybody's excited for the first round, and you know, the second round's kind of out there in the middle, and after that you get to play for a championship each week. So we're happy to be in the position we're at.
Coach, come right down the field the first series, and you got down to 13. I lost it on downs there. You held them, then you went right back and took it back down and scored again. From there, it looked like you had things rolling pretty well on the offensive side of the ball.
Didn't think we handled things real well offensively last week. Now, we're lucky to survive, and hopefully we can learn. You know, we've had some learning opportunities this year, probably not one to this extent on the offensive side of the ball. So, you know, hopefully we can use that to our advantage and learn a lesson from how we performed last week.
Defensively, you guys rose the occasion. I mean, they'd come down, they'd move the ball against you, but you had a bend but not break defense. Monk had 13 solos and 7 assists. He had a great game defensively. It was
overall was extremely pleased with the way we played defensively. We understood you know, the threats they posed on the offensive side of the ball, and that's a different team, different type of team than what we've seen in you know, quite a few years. They're very coached very well. They're extremely disciplined. They're very good up front, and they have a bunch of hard-nosed kids. So they are very content with driving the ball down the field and really take the will away from teams in doing that. We try to explain our kids that this was the type of game it was going to be on the defensive side of the ball, and we were looking for, you know, make a big play to put them in a situation where they had to turn it over on downs or punt the football. And, thought our kids, and the defense was on the field for a whole lot of the game. Couldn't be more pleased with the attitude and the toughness with which we played on the defensive side of the ball. It is not an easy task, and with how poorly we were moving the ball in offense, there were quite a few opportunities for our guys to get discouraged and allow greater chunks of yardage than what they were given, what they were getting. So we hung in there and made plays when we needed to, and kept them out of the end zone for all but one of the drives. So very good effort by our kids on the defensive side of the ball.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. We'll be joined by seniors Kyle Monk and Kyle Mathewson.
We bent, but didn't break, so I mean, if anything, we learned a lot from tonight. I mean, we played hard, got after 4 quarters. Defense played outstanding, giving up 6 points to a great running play, offense.
I lost my job and I needed help with different things like prescriptions and energy assistance and stuff. So I contacted United Way. They was the first ones that I could think of. And I went to the agencies that they gave me a list of and got the assistance that I needed from them. Because I received help from United Way, then I'm volunteering my help out to the community, giving the help that they need.
Hey football fans, do you want to keep track of Churubusco High School football games? Log on to busconews.com every game day and watch up-to-the-minute pregame, halftime, and postgame interviews with head coach Lee Etzler. Stay connected with your computer or on your cell phone. busconews.com. When you can't make it to the game, it's the next best thing to being there. The Lee Etzler Show is brought to you by the United Way of Whitley County, busconews.com, and the Churubusco News.
Welcome back to Lee Etzler Show. We're here talking with seniors Kyle Monk and Kyle Mathewson. Gentlemen, welcome back to the show. We're glad to have you both join us again.
Thanks for having us.
You guys are playing in your second sectional championship game in your careers. Tell us how it feels about leading your team into the sectional championship.
It feels awesome. All our guys worked hard, offensive lines worked hard. All the scouting reports and all the stuff we do in practice in order to get prepared for these games, you know, it helps us a lot on Fridays, and I think it's doing a really good job.
Kyle, your thoughts?
I think anything, we finally have a group of seniors who feels that sense of urgency. I think we want to go out and make a name for ourselves, make sure we leave our mark on the program here.
Against Southern Wells, Kyle Monk, you were a star on defense. I guess you had 13 solo tackles, 7 assists. You had almost an interception there, passed it.
Yeah, right in my hands. I mean, it just comes down to watching film, going over scouting report. We knew they wanted to run the option. Coaches put me into a position where I was able to make those plays. So, I mean, it just came down to us knowing what we had to do on defense, what they were going to do, where they wanted to run it, and execute. So that's pretty much all they had to do.
Okay. Kyle Mathewson, you had 20 carries for 136 yards, 2 touchdowns. You want to go over that last touchdown run for us? We scored with 25 seconds to go in the game.
Yeah, well, the play was Red Rocks, 43 trap, and the whole left side of the field was open. There was only one safety at one corner, and I knew I had to get around him, so I stiff armed him and got in the end zone. And I mean, that was just one of the plays that just happened. We had the motivation going down into the field, but if he were catching that awesome pass, you know, everybody was willing to get into the end zone.
And on the first play they had after they got the ball back, I believe, Kyle, you got the fumble recovery to.
Yeah, Forker did his job on that. Came from behind and ended up stripping it somehow. I don't even know how he did it. And first I tried scooping and scoring and missing it, and so I ended up just flying on it. So I kind of got lucky there.
Okay, this week we're heading into a game with South Adams for the sectional championship. What's your thoughts on how your team needs to play to come out victors?
I think if anything, our offense needs to go back to the level at which we were playing at in the weeks before last week. Last week we weren't able to move the ball when we wanted to. We were inconsistent in about every aspect of the game. Defense, I think we just need to keep playing fundamental football, making tackles, doing our job, seeing our gaps. Just keep playing football. I mean, learn from our mistakes from last week. We didn't play very well. I think we were maybe a little intimidated after they smacked us around a little bit on offense. So I think just come out with that fire, determination, heart, and just let it all out, leave it on the field in the championship.
Kyle, your thoughts on it?
Well, obviously it's a sectional championship. All us seniors are going to come into the game pumped and ready, and you know, this is our last chance to prove ourselves. We know that South Adams is a fast, athletic team, and we're just going to come into the game pumped and ready. It's going to be awesome.
Okay, you guys, this being your senior year, you guys are leaving your marks in Busco history. I mean, Kyle, you own the interception record. You've got all the rushing records. Team-wise, you guys are the winningest team Busco's had in 4 years here at school. What else would you like to add to that?
More championships. I mean, I feel, 07, freshman year, we got to semi-state, and that was a big accomplishment. Junior year, we tied for conference, and so far this year we haven't beat either of those teams. We tied again for conference, and the only thing we've done this year is, or so far in the postseason, is get to the championship game. So, in my opinion, that we haven't done anything as seniors to be remembered as the senior class of 2011 who led the team to anything but a tied conference championship. So I just want to go out there and leave my mark as a team, I guess, as a unit, as a senior class. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Mathewson?
I think we need to come out thinking that we can't think anything less than going to state, because I think we have the potential to do it. We just need to come in with a mindset knowing that we can do it. And I don't want to go my freshman year the farthest I've ever been in the tournament.
We want to thank seniors Kyle Monk and Kyle Mathewson for joining us today. We wish them well in the sectional championship game this Friday night. Stay with us. We'll be right back to talk with Coach Lee Etzler about the South Adams game.
It's awesome. We knew it was going to be a tight game. They're a really good team, offensively and defensively. We just came out. It was a battle to the end. And our guys did great. Offensive line worked hard. Everybody did great.
I lost my job and I needed help with different things like prescriptions and energy assistance and stuff. So I contacted United Way. They was the first ones that I could think of. And I went to the agencies that they gave me a list of and got the assistance that I needed from them. Because I received the help from United Way, then I'm volunteering my help out to the community, giving the help that they need.
The Lee Etzler Show is brought to you by the United Way of Whitley County, BuscoNews.com, and the Churubusco News.
Welcome back. We're here talking with Coach Etzler about the sectional title game against South Adams this Friday night. Coach, what have you seen in films from South Adams and what you know about the Starfires?
They're an extremely talented team. They've been on a roll recently. They started off the season with some losses, but have won 6 straight. They play a tough schedule. They play their first 2 games, Eastbrook first game, Belmont second game, and Eastbrook's number one in 3A, and Belmont's won a state championship in 3A a couple years ago. So they play a very tough schedule, and really been catching fire here recently.
Lee, your team's playing in the second sectional championship in 4 seasons here. What's that mean for your program and to your players?
Well, the last time we went, we won in 07. Our seniors were freshmen, so they got a taste of it there, and got a taste of some success. And most of them didn't get a whole lot of playing time back then. So, but they saw what it was like. Last couple years, probably had the talent to get there, and things didn't work out for us. So there's a strong desire, I think, with this group of seniors to be successful at this point in the season.
We want to thank Coach Etzler for taking the time to talk with us each and every week. We want to remind you to watch the Lee Etzler Show every Thursday night right here on BuscoNews.com. I'm Don Hyatt. We'll see you next week.
This has been the Lee Etzler Show, brought to you every Thursday night at 7:30 by BuscoNews.com.